Now, for those who came straight here after the announcement went out, or just joined once I started streaming, as an FYI, unfortunately, we're having to start afresh because 2 patches ago, or rather 2 days ago, well, actually, technically now, 2 patches ago as well, they are very good at patching this game. Oh my lord.
They are. They're patching it all the time.
They are constantly bringing out new content and balance tweaks and things like that. But unfortunately, there was a de-sync bug with the multiplayer. It only affected multiplayer. The issue that they had was that the way they saved the game previously worked fine for single player, but when it came to multiplayer saves, the way they were doing it caused slight desync issues over time, and as a result, the fix they implemented made save game compatibility fall by the wayside for that particular version, bridging that particular version. So we're going to have to start again. Unfortunately, it is very, very sad. But on the plus side, we hadn't actually done much in the game yet. We'd just unlocked the God Duty quest, so it's fine for us to move forward, I think.
Yeah.
And Eldliga. It is currently 25 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. Alright. Let's go ahead and start a new game. Plonk. Yes, we'll overwrite it. We'll get a progress summary from our last game. We got 38 knowledge points towards Mokosh. Or Mokosh. Wasn't too bad. The rarest item in there was the vine cardigan that you had made. Well, that earned us 2 points by itself. We discounted quite a few hexes, gained a bunch of EXP points, and generally, done stuff. Yes. Close. Right. Okay, then. We are going to be going with Mokosh again. However, this time around... See, I'm thinking of warriors... I don't know. Game difficulty-wise, I think we'll keep what we had previously. I thought that was quite nice.
Yeah, definitely.
We can pump up realism. I mean, it does give us a lot more points, but no, we'll keep it at easy. I like having a good group of warriors. It allows me to walk around and just, boss the first couple of encounters, gather stuff. But gatherers will tend to give you a hunter. Warriors would usually give you a medic, but I didn't get one last time. Craftsman, I forget what that gives. It might give you a sage. But I'm going to go with gatherers this time then, instead of warriors.
I'm going to stick with the warriors.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and click on play. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright. Bonk. Mother Earth, life, birth, and nature are your domain. You were once the supreme goddess ruling alongside Perun, but now everything has changed. The darkness devoured your beloved Thea and tarnished all life. You kept a handful of chosen worshippers alive in the bosom of your power, but they are weakened, lost, and scared. You must do all you can to restore balance and to keep your people alive. Zykedox, yes, I will be uploading the everything we managed to get previously, the previous footage, but at the end of that, then we'll be switching to a new game again. Oh, this time I've got 2 ruins next to me, and it looks like granite or something? Oh no, iron. Haha! Oh, wait.
Ooh.
I've got grain and I've got vegetables. I mean, that's okay.
I have
You've got
grain
and vegetables. Okay, so
and vegetables.
That. All right. Well, we're not trading, I suppose. Fair enough, I guess.
Well, we can still go and get things from the map and things.
Yeah,
I might get
some
cane at some point.
All
if
right.
I expand the village.
I am going to go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do, once again, is I'm going to have my expedition join my starting city, and I'm going to rename my starting city once again to Aavakis. Best name for a city ever. I think we can all agree. Every single one of us will agree. Or else.
I'm thinking, what should I name mine?
Oh, wow. Going with a gatherer focus really does give you a very specific gatherer focus. My goodness. 4 gatherers, 2 crafters, 1 warrior, and 1 huntress. Very well. I mean, a huntress is a pretty powerful unit. My gatherers have very nice gathering skill. Okay, well, I'm going to be fairly okay out and about. Got some interesting gear as well. Everyone is fully equipped, which is nice. Got some nice spears. It's a quartz spear. Fairly heavy, I imagine. And you've got a two-handed sword. That is good. You got a two-handed axe. Okay. I'm doing very well, thank you, Dappling. Oh, there'll be plenty of fighting. But I'll be doing hunting tasks, more than likely. Since I've got animal kinship gathering 24 damage on my hunter. Or huntress, rather. 5 range damage as well. 4 herbalism. 6 trapping. 9 strength. No slouch. Absolutely no slouch in that department. But yeah, I would want people with very good gathering skills going out as well. You've got a decent weapon there. It's got poison damage. And folklore. Yeah, we've got some very nice characters here. Some extremely capable characters.
Just getting everyone named here.
Okay, well, I was just looking through the characters to start with, just to see how they were all set up, but we are going to name our characters. So the first character shall be L. Young.
Okay, can I read out my names just so that you know
go ahead.
I've got 3 warriors, which is Photorus, Marrow, and Minimanta. 4 warriors, sorry. I also have Kathy Osborne as a warrior. I have 2 crafters, who are Kristen and Kimwell.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 2 crafters, Lord Fowl and Renard.
Very well. El Young is my huntress, Manticeline is my warrioress, Sheepy is me, Krigeron, Sockmonth, and Aminya are my gatherers, and Noin and Leafin are my crafters. And I believe Aminya indicated that their name is actually Minya, and they are a Minya, so I'll take off the A. And so she'll be Minya from now on. Right, okay. That is fantastic.
Oh yes, and my town is called Nearland Light, after my subscriber who's called Nearland Light. And I thought that would be a really nice name for a town.
Yeah, that's actually really, really quite a beautiful name for a town. Right, I'm turning off the use of my darkwood, also my coal, because they're good crafting components. I've got a bunch of food there. This town should not want for any kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Resources, because we've got so many capable crafters and gatherers. It'll be fine. Actually, you can go over there. You can go over here instead.
I have dryad wood, so I've restricted the use of that.
Very nice. That should be fine.
I'm sure I started with less wood last time.
You probably did, yeah. Whilst Meta is here, they can help out there. I'm going to get one of my crafters a better crafting tool, I think. Now, a lot of the items have been adjusted to be a little bit better than they previously were in what they do. Gold, for example, is now actually really good for clothing and stuff because its weight is lower. So if you've got like a medic who hasn't got much strength, gold is a good thing to give them. Right now, I'm not going to make any food just yet. I'm going to start gathering some things first. In fact, I think gathering some things first is probably the best thing to do overall for now.
I think so too, actually. I was going to create an expedition, but I want to send a gatherer out with my expedition, and I don't want to lose the gatherer for the first couple of turns.
Yeah, that's a good point there. I noticed Abyss Strider just asked in chat, what is this game about? If one of my mods could use the what game command there to fill Abyss Strider in. Thank you very much, Metaceline. She read my mind. Right. Also, the cost of research has changed very slightly. Additionally, in the latest change, the dead-end technologies have been tweaked a little bit to make them more interesting. A good example of what I mean by dead-end technology, if you look on your tech tree, Lady Shelab, you'll notice that iron branches off to steel and gold, but also to silver, which then goes on further to something we don't know. Now, it actually goes to mithril. Spoilers.
Spoilers!
But the dead-end technologies in this particular metal branch of the tech tree would be gold and steel, because you research them, but they don't get you any closer to silver or to mithril specifically.
Yeah.
All dead-end technologies in the game have been tweaked to be a little bit more worthwhile. They were honestly, in my opinion, worthwhile anyway, but they've been tweaked a little bit more to make them even more worth the points spent in them. Clay, for example, is another one down the stone tech tree. You can get clay straight away, but it doesn't lead to further things like obsidian or moonstone. So very, very much worth looking into those technologies again if you used to just pass them by. Additionally, in construction now, and I'll highlight this in a moment, but you can now look at what something requires to make it, even if you don't have a research point to spend on that thing. The first thing I'm going to do, though, I'm really quite tempted. What are you going to research, do you think, Lady Shelab?
I'm not sure. I definitely need to get towards Cane at some point, but I don't think I need to do that early on because it's going to be a while before my village can expand anyway, and I'll have more research points by then.
Well, what I was thinking of going is I'm going to be going for baked meals simply because got access to grain, it's going to be a good resource.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
need baked meals for that. So I'm going to grab that. You might want to as well since you've also got grain. But if you don't, then if you grab one of the other resources, then I can happily make baked goods and trade them for those resources.
Yeah, I might do that.
Okay, well I'm going to go for baked meals then. So it's grain and fruit or seaweed. There we go, confirm. Now, what I was going to demonstrate is that previously, if you had no research points and you clicked on any kind of construction, you couldn't. You could only click on them if you had research points. But now you can. Even though I can't pick up this research, I can still see what is used to make it, so I can plan my progress. In fact, I believe that if you click on resources, although you know such resources exist, you have not yet discovered a single place where it can be gathered. If you have resources, you can click on them to go to where you've seen them on the map.
I'm going to pick up fur leather.
Okay. Ooh. Amber doesn't... Oh, when I click on amber, it doesn't show up. That worries me. We've discovered one place where this resource can be gathered. Clicking the resource icon at the top of your HUD will show you their location. That's pretty interesting. So... That's really interesting, actually.
Oh, it showed me where some fur leather was straight away. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Even though I unlocked baked bread, now usually when you unlock a resource, like a crafting or something like that, it doesn't really do anything but give you the ability to craft it. But when you unlock a resource, it'll give you 5 units of that resource and also put a little like tag up in your window that you can click that will take you to where it will be available. But now you can do that on resources that you haven't unlocked. It'll show you where you would be able to gather it if you had the research to gather that item. And I happen to know one place where I could gather elven wood, so that's actually pretty cool.
The fur leather is so close to my base, it's not even funny. It's really good, so I can research some light armor and maybe make a bunch of fur leather armor.
Yeah. Once you've gotten the furs. What did you unlock in the end?
It was fur leather that I unlocked.
Oh, it was fur leather. Cool. Cool. We'll be able to make some clothing at the very least, and it's probably worth making, honestly.
I imagine armor as well once we unlock armor.
Yeah. Right, well, I'm going to set up some clothes to be made. I've got some basic leather, some jewels. I'll make a leather shirt. 20% minus crafting skill level. The basic likelihood of breaking something is always 20%, but it is reduced by 1% for each crafting skill level of the main craftsman, down to a minimum of 1%. So if you had someone with crafting 20, or, well, rather, crafting 19, you would reduce the chance of ever making a bad item to 1%. It'll never get lower than that. But I'm not sure I really want to use that up. I'm going to make a leather shirt. It's 2 armor. Oh, actually, that's 4 armor. Yeah, okay, I'm going to make it with topaz then. Clonk. Put one of my crafters on that. I'm also going to make a crafting tool made of gold. and use some of my coal. Craft of 4. Alternatively, craft of 2. No, we'll go with the craft of 4. Wow, the dark wood really helps. Again, all dead end technology resources are much better at what they do. Many of them have got increases to the crafting, gathering, or damage modifiers that they have. So I'll make one of those as well. Get you down there.
Okay, I'm just making an expedition.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end my turn.
3 warriors and a gatherer out towards that fur leather.
Okay. You can now, and I'm so glad they added this, because right away once they sent me the copy of the game just prior to its release, that was some of the first feedback that I sent back to the developers, was that when you end your turn, you can do nothing, which is actually, it's not as bad for people who are just playing the game, but it's really bad for streamers and recorders. But, you know, it's still probably something that's annoying for just people playing the game as well. But they've already added in a way to undo your end turn, which is amazing.
Yeah. I am not going to follow the wolf tracks this time.
No. I was going to ask what your
That's not happening.
was.
Not happening at all. There's crazed bees around me as well. That's frustrating.
Spider's nest, 2 spider's nests. Yep,
Yeah.
crazed bees.
Now, we came to the conclusion last time, didn't we, that getting rid of the monster nests is okay, because they just seem to
They
respawn
just
anyway.
upgrade anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
It does
so
seem to be
we'll
that
just
way.
do that. I'll just get rid of them, I think.
The other thing is that, you know, whilst they're there, they're going to be spawning monsters for you. So if you've got a
True.
party that can easily handle the monsters it spawns, worth keeping
Worth
them.
the XP.
Because
yeah,
it's
definitely.
EXP and research points. I was much further ahead in research than you were in the last game, because
Yes, you
I
were.
fought like 2 times most turns. So all of that research really ticked up. But I am going to be sat in a vacus like a boring person once again, crafting away at my items. And I don't care. I'm going to start out pretty good. I'm going to test out this and end my turn. This is fantastic.
Unend your turn.
I know.
I'm gonna make some clothes and some leather. I've got fur leather now, so I can make a fur coat. How good is that? It's like a little cloak.
Nice. I may have to borrow some of those furs.
Well, I'm gonna go gather some more, so you're welcome to them.
Are you gathering them from further afield than your
Yes,
town itself?
I'm going out with my expedition with one of my high-level gatherers to go and get some more furs.
Ah, is that where the animals are? Is that where you're getting the furs from? Is it,
yeah,
or...
where just one tile away from where my expedition is at the moment.
Ah, okay. That
Ending
makes
the
sense.
turn there.
I'm doing very well, Ockham. Thank you for asking. And, oh, I forgot to answer your question earlier. We are playing with Markosh again. We've effectively started again because a fix for game de-sync broke save compatibility, unfortunately. I've got more food. That means I can now go ahead and set up the crafting of some cooked meals. So let's get those in there. And that'll be pretty nice. We'll use fuel for that. Bigos. Now there's different images now for the different types of Bigos and Lexo.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I'm pronouncing that right. I might not be.
I have no idea.
A form of vegetable stew traditionally made of sauerkraut, but any veg does the job if needed. There we go. That will be an automatic one, and as soon as someone has finished their job, they'll fall down and start working on that because of the way that I've set up the layers of crafting. So good times. Also, baked meals I could do at this point.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Some bread. So I can make 2 things right away. I'll have to manually move someone onto that one, though. But that'll be pretty cool. Right, going to end my turn again. Boring Aavak is boring until the first 2
I'm
items
going to
are
be boring
made.
as well, though. So hopefully we should be able to get through these turns quite quick.
Okay. There we go. My hammer has been made. Hurrah!
My fur cloak has been made. Yay.
There we go. Let's move all of that down. And now I'm going to turn off eating meat because meat is something I'm not gathering from the town itself. Eventually, maybe, with the help of a of a pasture, but not just yet. One more turn on the clothing. Right, I want to give Leafin, you may have the hammer, because Leafin is a mod in my chat and has a hammer on Twitch, so it seems fitting.
Hammer.
Indeed. Leafin now has 9 craft, so Leafin is a very good person to use for making anything I don't want to have a very high chance of being bad quality, because he'll reduce it to 11% instead of 20% chance of being bad. So almost 1/10 chance instead of 1/5. So much better odds of not messing something up. Though, on that note, how about we swap you guys around for that reason? Exactly, there we go. You can come down there at 9. There we go. That'll do. I approve. Actually, to 9, you can work there because making bigos only takes 40 craft units and 9 produces 50, whereas bread takes 57. So when Leafin is done with making the leather shirt, Leafin will be able to make 1 bread every turn, eventually 2 breads a turn now and then, and 9 can make 1 bigos every turn. And thank you very much, Calissa Fox, for 17 months in a row supporting the channel. Has it already been 17 months? Time just flies. Glad to still be here to support you. Oh, thank you very, very much. That's so kind of you to say. Right, that's my turn over.
My village has no wood. I'm going to have to move all the crafters onto wood gathering.
Yeah, so they won't heal for a little while.